Hey everybody, and welcome to this new edition of Vinyl Finds. This is for the month of May, and as we're going to the month of June, I just want to say Happy Pride to everybody out there that is part of the LGBTQ community, like myself, as well as allies, and just know that I hope you know how loved you are. Just always know that. So today's gonna be like a very good vinyl haul, and the very cool thing is because I got two other things in this morning, so I was able to add it to today's live video. So let's get to it. First, I'm gonna show you some stuff that I got from the amazing store out in Loveland, Ohio, called Plaid Room Records. They're like an amazing store. They have really great prices and stuff like that. I love buying from them. They're an amazing place. And so let me show you what I got from them last month. So first off, I like to for this first record, I like to thank AGK Anthony for recommending this album. It's a really great album. I love the first song of it, and it's a project that features Andy Karan and as well as from Rush, Alex Lifeson, and new singer Maya Wen, and that is Envy of None. This is like their first album, and this is like a very great first album for theirs. It's like I'm just totally in love with the songs. I'm totally in love with Maya's voice. Like she's such an amazing singer, and the music is so amazing. So I'm so glad to get this. Hey Beans, how are you? Um, the next records, I got it all in one batch, and so first I like to first is this new album by Mandy Moore. It's called In Real Life, and out of all the pop singers that came out at the end of the '90s, there's only one that really resonated to me the most, and it was Mandy Moore. Sorry, I don't know what that happened right there. But let me go back to it. Out of all the singers that came out in the late '90s, she was the one that resonated more, and it was evident that she was not gonna stay in the same pop bubble as Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, and all those people. I felt like her music was gonna mature more, and it did. Like especially with from the album Coverage on. This is a great album, by the way. You should get it, and I hope this comes out on vinyl someday. But her music is great, getting amazing, and stuff like that. Hey, Cap. Hey, James. So I'm so glad to get this one. The next album is this came out, I think, a record store day of last year. Not entirely sure, but it's Brian Wilson and Jack Parks or to create art instrumentals. This was an addition to the Orange Crate Art vinyl issue that finally came out about a couple of years ago, and so I always wondered how the songs sounded as instrumentals. So I'm glad that they did, and it came in this very beautiful orangey label. Because it's such a great album. I love this album so much, and I love all the work that Brian did with Van Dyke Parks, like from the Smile stuff. They wrote Sail on Sailor, and he continued to work even after past the creation of Smile with That Lucky Old Sun. So this is like another great add-on to the Wilson Parks works that he do. Then this next one, I have to thank Groovy Lisa for me onto this one, and she talked about this band a lot. I never really heard any of their stuff before. Hey, Sega. And when she played it on one of her Instagram posts, I was like, oh my god, I gotta get this album. And it's Willow's singles collection. This came out for Record Store Day this year, um, I just can't wait to dig into this album and listen to their music and hopefully become another adoring fan of theirs. So I have to thank Lisa for recommending this. The next two albums are ones that I've been wanting to get for my collection for like a long time. Hey, Greg Man. And they're like a band that I saw at Coachella back in 2009. They opened up for Morrissey which Morrissey would open up for Paul McCartney that night, and they're Franz Ferdinand. And I loved "Take Me Out" when it first came out. I was like, oh my god, that's such an amazing, kick-ass song. And so I was able to get this one as well as their second album. You could have it so much better. And this is like their first two albums, Cap. Yeah. And I love this one especially because I used to work at Hollister at the Palm Desert Mall, where here in the Coachella Valley, and we used to play these songs all the time. And I just felt like their song was so amazing that I would request it all the time. So songs like "Do You Want to," "This Boy," "Eleanor, Put Your Bootstraps On," um, and "Walk Away," stuff like that. This band is such an amazing band, and I need to get their other albums now. Now they have these two. So that's off that I got from Plaid Records. Now off to stuff that I gotten from the beginning to now. So I have to warn everybody. There's like a lot of records. Hey Zeb, how are you doing, my man? So first is a record I've been wanting to get in my collection for like the longest time. It's the Beatles featuring Tony Sheridan in the beginning. And this is a 2012 reissue that was done by Universal Music. And I have the CD version of this, and the CD sounds so amazing. The whole mixing and mastering of it was so stellar, so beautiful. And so I knew I had to get it on vinyl as well because they're the it's the versions of Ancient Sweet, My Bonnie, and Crash Shadow on this is way better than how it sounded on the Beatles anthology when it came out in 1995. So happy to get this. The next one is this is from an auction that happened with Patrick and the Wax. Who Patrick is the vinyl archivist. So he was selling one of these albums, and I was like, I like it, I want it, but I'm not gonna pay $15 for it. But then when he threw in this other album, I was like, okay, now I want it. So the first album he was selling was Stevie Nicks, and this is The Wild Heart with the song Stand Back, which I really love. Out of all the songs that Stevie Nicks has ever done, Stand Back is like my favorite. And I think the reason why I like it is because it's so Prince inspired, which Prince did inspire the song. So I think he even played on it too. And so I got this, and then Wax also threw in this great album, Law and Order by Lindsey Buckingham, who Lindsey Buckingham is my favorite member of Fleetwood Mac. And I love this album, especially the song Trouble. I even covered the song Trouble. And so to get these two albums for a very good price was totally worth it. Um, this next album was recommended by so many people. Tom Hunyadi, um, AGK, and I think the Wax even recommended as well. And so this came out on Record Store Day, and it's Roy Ayers' uh, Virgo Vibes. And I just had to get it because um, my sign is Virgo. So I was like, okay, I still got to get this. Apparently, it's up my alley, and I can't wait to spin this as well. All these records I haven't spun yet because I've been so busy with working a lot. So I can't wait for the summer to just relax in my newly reconstructed room, which I'm doing right now, and then to give all these a spin, especially this one. This next one is I've been digging back into her music. I feel like she's no longer as crazy as she was before. Oh, thanks, Greg, man. Love this shirt. There's an organization out in LA called Classroom of Compassion, and they make all these shirts. This like they're known saying. But I'm happy to get this one. And it's Plastic Hearts by Miley Cyrus. And I really love Miley's music. Her early stuff. I just couldn't get into like the crazy stuff like Wrecking Ball and Bangers and stuff like that. But this album I really dig like because I heard some of the stuff on it and it's very very rock and edgy. And plus you have people like Joan Jett and Dua Lipa on this, so you can't go wrong with, especially with Joan Jett. So glad to get this. This was inspired by working Coachella and seeing her go on stage with Harry Styles to perform was totally balls to the wall amazing. And so I remember after that happened, I was like with my bosses, we're going to pick up our credentials for next weekend, and we're just singing a lot of the songs on this album in the truck. So I had to get it on vinyl, and it's Up by Shania Twain. And this is like probably my favorite Shania Twain album. You know, like it has great songs like "I'm Gonna Get Ya" and "Forever for Always." And I even bought the CD when it first came out years ago. So to get it on vinyl, like another great um, success for me. This one I did buy from Platinum Records, but I totally forgot that I bought it from them until now. But it's a new singer. Her name's Melody's Echo Chamber, and this is her new album, Emotional Eternal. It hurts a lot of the songs from it, and I really loved it. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this album, and it's really cool. And you know, like it has this thing you could put on your record player that's sort of like a moving object kind of thing. So um, I really love this, and so I can't wait to dig into this album. So that's Melody's Echo Chamber. Great title. And okay, so I got some more. I'm just pointing them out from the pile at this point. This next, I've also heard of her, and so I bought this from Urban Outfitters, and it's a Suki Waterhouse with "Can't Let It Go," and this is like known as Loser Edition, which I don't know why it's called a Loser Edition. She's totally a winner in my book. This album is totally freaking amazing with songs like "Move," "Melrose Meltdown." All this album is amazing. So I'm so happy to get this. Now, this one is known as Calvin Boaz's favorite artist, as we all been pointed out, and it's "Torches" by Foster the People. And I love this when it first came out. Of course, "Pump Up Kicks" was the biggest hit on this album, but my favorite song is "Helena Beat," and I remember when Logic Pro 10 came out, they added Helena Beat as like a demo kind of thing they could use on your computer to mix things. And so this album totally rocks. I'm so happy to get this. Now this is a record store day thing, but I had to order all the way from Germany just to get it because I really wanted it. And I sadly the place I went to get my record store day stuff didn't have it. But it's whenever you need somebody by Rick Astley. Yes, people, I'm Rick rolling you all. um, but what's there not to love about Rick Astley? I mean, come on, Together Forever, and of course, Never Gonna Give You Up was like one of the most optimistic kind of songs that came out in the '80s. And you know, the rules, and so does he and me. So Rick Astley, people, he could make like a 007. I would love to see him as an actor. Now, these next ones, I'm so amazed that I got them all in one grab. And this is where I started to go crazy with Casey Musgraves, because I have to thank Final Archivist Patrick for this, um, and because he played the song "High Times" on his streams a lot, so I had to get it because I liked how it sounded. So this is the first one I got, and it's "Pageant Material" by Casey Musgraves, and this is like a pink vinyl edition. This one has "High Times," and since listening to even with her work with Brian Wilson, I just loved her music. So glad to get this. I also got the picture disc Walmart. I mean, not Walmart, Target exclusive for Golden Hour, um, which was like the album that came out before this. And so I'm glad to get this one by Casey Musgraves. And then this came out at Record Store Day this year, and it's the album Star-Crossed, but as a picture disc. And you can tell that she's like going to be like one of those country singers that's going to cross over from country to pop. And you can really tell by this. And you can even tell, I even got the main album, Star-Crossed. And it's like the Target edition where instead of it opening it up like from the side here, it opens up from the middle, and there's also pictures inside of here too. So this is like a really cool way that they marketed this album. Very clever. I wish more albums were marketed like that. Um, so and speaking of country, this album um, I remember this album coming out when I was little, and I was in love with this girl a lot, and because we were both the same age and stuff like that. It was like the first time falling in love with the singer that was singing just me, and it's Leanne Rhyme with Blue, and I really love like One Way Ticket and the song Blue. Um, Her music is so amazing and still continue to be amazing throughout the years. So that's Leanne Rhyme. This next one, I heard her music recently and I really loved it. So I knew I had to get it, and it's Zara Larson with Poster Girl. And this has like a lot of amazing songs on it, like Love Me Land, Right Now, Poster Girl, Need Somebody, Need Someone. So it's another great addition to suit the pop person in my life. And now we're getting to like the very last ones. Whew. Oh my god, I got so many albums. And okay, so I'm gonna try to see through these. So first, I got the new anniversary edition of "Come Away with Me" by Nora Jones. I loved her when she first came out, and if you don't know who she is, she's also the daughter of Ravi Shankar, who's known through the whole Beatles universe. So, um, and I love her music, and I even didn't know that she was Ravi Shankar's daughter till about after her third album. But I love her music. I love jazz. Like, I'm a very jazz kind of person. Not many people know that about me, but I do. And like "Don't Know Why" is a great song. "Cold Heart," "Come Away with Me," "Turn Me On." And so glad to get this. I already have this already. I have like the first pressing of it, so this is like a new pressing of it. This one I have to thank my one of my favorite streamers, my friend Dusty Spins, for playing this on one of his streams one day, and I knew I had to get it. And it's Aja by Steely Dan, and it has such a lot of great songs on it, like Peg, Aja, Decon Blues, Josie, and I have to also thank Rick Beato for dig- digging deep into the song Josie on his channel. So check out Rick Beato's video about that song. Um, Great album, and this is like a back to black pressing from England. Um, these next two are a band that I really really loved um, ever since they came out with the first Band on the Moon. And so when I heard these two albums, I just loved their catalog, and I'm still gonna get more of their albums. And it's the Cardigans, and this is Emmerdale, and it has the song Sick and Tired and Rise and Shine. And then this I also got Life, which has the song Carnival. And for a band that's very very poppy, they're also love um their covers of Black Sabbath. Like it's like pop Black Sabbath, but with pops in a way. But I love Cardigans. They're such an amazing band, very overlooked a lot, but they're a band that are really amazing. This next one was a pre-order, and I really loved their first album, and so I was so happy to get their second album, and it's "Further Joy" by The Regrets. And I also saw them at Coachella as well. So to see them perform this, and getting the album at the same time was amazing. So that's "Further Joy." This next one, I've been following her music for the longest time, and I love her songs, and that is Lady Hawk. Lady Hawk, she just was in a band called Teenagers with Nick Littlemore of Panau and Empire of the Sun. and her music is pretty much like sort of like Empire of the Sun kind of, um, as well as very LA pop. You know, she's now living in the States here in California. So to get this out, her latest album is amazing, and plus it is also autographed. So happy to happy to finally get like an autograph from her. Um, and Lady Hawk is amazing. You gotta check out her music. Her music is so amazing. Um, and so that came in today. We're now at the last ones, and now I have the second album by Doja Cat, and it's Planet Her with the song "Kiss Me More" with Za. And I love her music. I loved her first album, Hot Pink, was the song "Say So," and so I was listening to that album and I really loved it. So I know that I'm gonna love this album even more, you know, or equally, you know. Like Doja Cat is amazing. I love her music and I love her singing. No, I haven't got any prog rock lately, Zab. Um, I still need to listen to my Yes albums that I got from Patrick. What's They're like on a queue right now. So, and then this one I have to thank AGK also for turning me on to this girl. And you know, Anthony, I love Anthony. We both have the same type of pop sensibility as each other. Even though even though he does not like the Beatles that much, I have to forgive him for that. Um, because he likes other things, but I will turn him on to the Beatles. Hear me, HK? I will get you into the Beatles, but I won't do it in the way that the other guy did it. So don't worry, I'll be to you. But this next artist, he turned me on to, and her name is Rosalia. So this is like the album before. This is called Ilmar Querer, and I got this in today. Today, I'm so happy. And before that, I got her new album that came in. I know it's a risque cover. I don't even know how to pronounce the album title, but her music is amazing, and I love Spanish singers, and like I am Latinx, so I do like people from my community, and so listening to these albums were totally amazing. I'm happy to get them on um, on vinyl. So that's all my vinyl finds for the month of May. And I can't believe that this video is longer from last month, considering I got more records from last month. But I think I was a little bit nervous in the last video, so that video was, um, yeah, it was more sped up. But that's my finds for this month. And so thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. And, you know, and to everybody out there that's LGBTQ, happy Pride Month. And also, I hope you know how loved you are. So have a great one, and I don't know who's gonna be doing a live stream tonight. I don't know if it's gonna be Groovy Lisa or Dusty or maybe myself. You may never know. All depends on how the rest of the day goes. So thanks so much, and have a great evening wherever you are.